Welcome to beautiful Israel. Welcome to beautiful Israel, where the Maccabiah is still less than a week old, but it feels like so much action has already happened. We're here at Masters 35 Plus Soccer, where the United States is taking on Israel Levan. Nathan, what are we looking for here?
Well, this is an Israeli team that is loaded with talent. All of these guys have at least one cap with the Israeli national team, but the Americans are talented too. And they're both not unstoppable. They both had one defeat so far to the other Israeli team, Israeli Kahol, who defeated Israeli Levan 7-4, and the Americans 3-1. What else you got, Michael?
And on the American side, the Americans sitting in third place in this group on 4 points, 3 points behind Argentina. And this is really an important game for them today. One of the most important players that the U.S. will need to rely on today is Tomer Hensinski. He is today's Freedom Mortgage player to watch. Freedom Mortgage, we make buying or refinancing a home easy. For more on Tomer Hensinski, here's Elliot Petotsky down on the sideline.
Hey guys, well, head coach Michael Fuchs said that Tomer Henschensky is the best keeper he has ever seen. Now, Henschensky actually played for Maccabi Canada back in 2005, but he didn't have that option this time around. So instead, he's playing for Team USA. Now, he told me the reason for playing for the United States was 1, the mentality, and 2, the fit. Nathan and Michael, back to you guys.
Thanks, Elliot. Well, a lot of professional experience on both sides here today. Israel, as we mentioned, 600 roughly combined international caps, and America too, Nathan, a lot of professional experience.
Yeah, this is a game that features two talented sides, and both teams have had impressive showing so far in this tournament. Excited to see an explosive clash between talent so far today.
Yeah, well, Israel sent 3 teams to this Masters 35 Plus tournament. The first team is made up of current professionals mainly. The second team is a collection of players from kibbutzim. And this third team, as we said, very strong. There's a documentary crew here, we've heard, filming this game. Tal Ben Haim, the former Israeli captain, is being shot for a documentary.
Tal Ben Haim, one of the entire team with caps for the Israeli national team, as well as in the English Premier League. Many of the guys on the American side, including our player of the game, Tomer Henschensky, played in the Israeli Premier League as well.
There's a good ball from Henschensky as America is in possession early here.
In the United States, they came into this tournament thinking they were going to run a lot of a 4-2-3-1 formation and kind of stick to that. But Coach Fuchs, after the first few games, opted to make a change. They got burnt in that game. In the game they lost 3-1 against Israel, they got burnt up the outside.
And a good opportunity for America here. Sadzulai, his shot's blocked, and an early corner for America.
Israel Kahol was able to find success up the outside, utilizing their speed. So Coach Fuchs opting to go for a 5-3-2, 3-5-2 hybrid kind of formation. to shore up the defenses.
He likes to let his players figure things out on the field, Coach Fuchs, he told us yesterday when we talked to him. Early opportunity here.
Love to see that corner go more into the back post side, something in the box, try to give the players a chance to make something happen.
Early whistle. And this Israeli team will have an early free kick.
These are not the kind of players that you want the game to get dicey with. This is a team with a lot of experience. Israel, played in a lot of big moments, this team. They're going to be composed.
To that point, Nathan, Coach Fuchs was telling us yesterday that if Israel gets the ball forward, that's when it might be hard to dislodge them. But the Americans have the superior speed, athleticism, as these are mainly aging Israeli stars.
Game plan for the Americans, keep them out of the attacking third. Not going too well right now.
It's Tylard for America.
Been a lot of back and forth action so far. A lot of guys losing the ball as there's another whistle. 2 whistles early on. Got to think both teams are going to want to try to settle down and put together a nice possession. And for a team like Israel, maybe lacking the top-end speed, they're going to try to utilize that long ball like we just saw. Long ball into the box, create some opportunities for themselves. It's going to be something they look to a lot this game.
There's Hanan Tagaya, scored a last-gasp equalizer for America last game against Argentina. Unfortunately, that goal led to him in a hospital last night, getting his ankle x-rayed. Coach Fuchs told us yesterday he wasn't sure whether Hanan would be able to play, but before the game, all smiles, he's out there today for the American team.
Americans entering the game with everybody available, and they're entering Israeli territory right now.
A little too long from Shai Sharabi on the left side. His brother Roy, also on the team. Twins, in fact. And Coach Fuchs told us that they are a really important part of this American side.
It's one of the first real chances here for Israel to kind of establish themselves as a dominant team of control. With a team as experienced as they are, like we've said, with all their great records, their time with the national team, they're a very technical team. They're a team that's going to work slowly and pick their chances, and when they have a chance that they like, they're going to jump on it.
Very dangerous in the final third. As we see, a chance for Israel.
They look to reload here, still dangerous.
He's on to the back post. Oh, over the bar. And Sinski wanted an offside there, flag there, but not to be.
Hensinski's going to be seeing a lot of action today.
And that's an Israel corner, I think.
Not out of the woods yet.
Didn't think Hensinski had touched that. I don't think he thought so either. But an opportunity on the other side for Israel. It's in to the edge of the box. A hit, just wide.
We're getting a whistle here as well. Player down.
That's Niso Capiloto for Israel, number 55.
Man down in the box is always dangerous. This was a rocket here, and the shot went wide, but it looked like caught the wrong end of some contact there.
From our angle, looked like it might be sneaking in the bottom corner, but ultimately pretty far away.
The United States definitely going to want to be wary of allowing those chances. Israel on a corner kick, very dangerous. That went much better than the United States' first attempt at the corner. The differences between the two teams and how they pick their spots, how they want to attack inside that final third, there's a lot of different strategy here.
Another corner for Israel.
Israel certainly
Headed
more aggressive
away.
so far.
On the volley, and there's Hensinski on the end of that.
2 corners and 2 good looks for Israel so far.
You have to think that those might be the opportunities for this Israeli team, which a team that might be a little bit behind in terms of speed, in terms of stamina, but when skill is called for in a chance like that, that might be their time to strike, Nathan.
And they would certainly agree with you. They're off to a very good start in that regard.
Yes, and here they come again, but a whistle. Pace of play benefiting Israel so far, you would say.
They've definitely had more control. They've established themselves as the controlling team in this game early on, putting a lot of pressure on those American defenders.
Well, as we said, this is a must-win game for an American team that no longer controls its own fate here to reach the gold medal game in this 35-plus competition. But Coach Michael Fuchs was very confident when we talked to him yesterday. He said, when we play that other Israel team in the final for the gold medal, as if it was almost a certainty already.
Speaking about Israel Kachol, of course.
Yes.
Team that defeated both of these squads. The United States played a 1-1. The team to beat so far in this division is Israel Kachol. After a rough first half, the Americans hung in there as this one gets in deep.
There's a ball from Israel, and a good touch, and Hensinski is there to mop it up, but the flag is up. Would not have stood for Israel. But they've looked dangerous, Nathan.
Very much in the danger zone for the Americans right now. They need to get out of their own side. Israel's been amping up the pressure, and it's turned into good looks already early on in this game.
Ball forward there, falls, sits at Maccabiah.
It's a nice touch, and he's going to be coming back for another whistle.
The Betkin there whistled for the foul.
Looked like he got in there cleanly. The ref disagreed. And possession goes back to Israel.
It's Daniel Tylard. His pass.
And they didn't give him any
there.
options there.
It's been a lot of Hensinski back there for America so far. Distribution, what you would expect from a former Canadian national team player, former MLS player.
Toronto FC, Maccabi Tel Aviv veteran of the Israeli Premier League.
You name it.
He's been around.
Israel back on the ball. Looking dangerous again. As it's wide for David Revivo. Plays that across. Hensinski is behind that one. Experienced goalkeeping from Tomer Hensinski there. What was a really dangerous looking ball.
As soon as the Americans get the ball back in possession of their keeper, it's given right back. And it's this time they get a steal, and they look ahead 2-on-2 here on the Israel side of the field, where they can control it.
Nothing doing for the Americans going forward so far in this game.
Feels like every time they advance the ball past midfield, Israel's right there ready to take it back. Boris Kapelnik has been involved early on. He's seen a lot of action on that defensive end.
He has. And there's Mark Lubetkin playing it forward. A box-to-box midfielder.
You get a little disagreement over the throw here. Ben Haim will take it. Oh.
Cheeky bit of skill there. It's Israel going forward once again.
And because of that piece of dribbling, they get an entire side of the field open to make something happen. All they have to do is sit back And the Americans are on the defensive again. So much space for the Israelis, doing whatever they want offensively.
Good header away for the Americans. Nathan, it's looked more like a 5-3-2 than a 3-5-2 that we expected. And here's Israel down the right flank. Good defending there from the Americans.
And yet they're still on the back foot.
So whistle, chance maybe for a breath for America. Not the start they were looking for, but...
No, and what you want to do now is compose yourself. You can't let this start get in your head too much. The Israelis have had control the entire game. They've been attacking. They've gotten a couple good chances, a couple volleys off some corner kicks. The Americans need to compose themselves.
There's Michael Fuchs, the USA head coach. Was asked to coach this team by a friend of his, actually, the chess chair from Maccabiah USA. Originally asked him to coach the U17 girls team. That didn't work out. And this opportunity came up. Fuchs jumped at it.
He's an experienced head coach. He coaches for local high school and college teams in his area, as well as coaching his daughter's teams as they grew up.
Said one of the biggest jobs he had with this team was gaining the players' trust. Guys who played at a higher level than he ever did. And he thinks that he's done that through 3 games here.
Well, with 50 years of experience playing the game himself, Fuchs is no slouch.
Space down the left flank for America. There's a ball just a little too long for Azrulai, but a dangerous chance there for the Americans. Maybe their best yet.
It's just good to see some action on this side of the field, on the Americans' attacking half. Ball hasn't been over there much so far.
There was Alexander Radzimor for America. He was recruited by some of his now teammates. Players told Coach Fuchs that Radzimor was a forward, that he wouldn't move to the outside, to the defense. Fuchs asked him, will you play outside back? Radzimor said yes, and he's found a home there for America.
So Beckett took one off the body there. That's what this team is about. That's the mentality of this group. They're putting their bodies on the line for this team. They all have the fight and the drive to win. And that's what Coach Fuchs loves about this group.
Absolutely. There's a bit of an optimistic look there for Star Elimelech of Israel. Stav, excuse me.
That's a nice ball to flip the field there. Now got some space. Here's a good chance.
On the right flank. Oh, well done by the Israeli keeper, Liran Stauber.
Azulai just couldn't quite get in there for a header. As good a chance as we've seen from the Americans so far. Got to be happy with how this is looking these last couple minutes. They've really turned it around, gotten themselves under control.
Certainly growing into the game, as they did in their first game, the 3-1 loss to Israel Kachol. Even though it was a 3-1 result, America, last 60 minutes of the game, it was tied 1-1. Coach Fuchs came away very happy from that one.
Kachol put up 7 goals on this Israeli Levant squad. Only 3 on the Americans, and 1 in that second half. They played them even, like you just said. This American team has the potential, when they put it all together, to compete with anybody.
Strong header from the captain there in the back, Ernest Merdukayev. Former St. John's player in college. Israel dangerous once again. Touched on. Shot! Just wide into the tunnel behind the goal.
And that's the result of the Americans going for the takeaway. You saw them get a little greedy there. They're going for an interception here. If they just sit back and play smart, they sit back and play smart, they have a better chance of intercepting these balls.
Israeli head coach Ziv Zaltzer on the sideline for Israel. This Israeli team played their last game with one sub. They have they're 5 deep on the bench this time.
A third great look goes wide yet again. Israel got to be kicking themselves with these chances.
America wins another free kick. Well, it's been a grueling start to this Maccabiah. By the end, both teams will have played 6 games in 9 days. So far, only Shabbat has been off.
That's why having those subs is so huge for this Israel team. Ability to take a breath can come in so clutch for these guys.
But a challenge for Coach Fuchs to manage a deep bench, a well-stocked bench, as he told us.
Always balancing, trying to keep fresh legs in the game, trying to keep your strongest guys out there, adjusting to the fit of the game, adjusting to the flow of the game. But also, when you take a guy out, you got to keep him warm. It's not easy to go sit on the bench and then come back. It's not how soccer's traditionally played. It's not how these guys are used to it. And they got to make the adjustment well, and that's what these coaches are dealing with.
America forward here. Azulai is through. Held off by the Israeli captain, Tal Ben Chaim, a captain of this Israeli team, a captain of the Israeli national team, and a player at Chelsea, a number of other English clubs back in the day. That was better for America.
There's another chance created up that right side. That's what we've seen twice now when they've gotten into the final third. They got the ball up into the box for a chance from Azulai. It's been created on that right side of the field. Looking at Razi. Creating those looks. The Americans will get a bit of a reset here.
Out wide. Tagaya moves it. Well done by the Americans. And it's Shai Sharabi on the ball, looking for something here. On to Boris Kapelnik. Good movement for America. It's wide. Shouts for offsides.
Israelis thought it was offsides. The referees disagreed, and it's a great chance here for America.
There's the ball. On the back post, and America! Well, it was against the run of play. It came from almost nothing. But
it's
Razimor on the back post. The player Coach Michael Fuchs was told was a forward, moved to outside back, getting his goal anyway.
And it's a beautiful ball across the field. Razimor adjusting nicely to his new position. The 37-year-old in his first Maccabiah representing the United States. And we get another look at this one. It's Shai Sharabi taking his time. It's a beautiful ball across the field, and it finds Razimor. Razimor was born in Moldova, all the way across the world, representing the United States, finds the back of the net.
Great way to open the scoring for the Americans. And Razimor, one of 6 transplants from Canada to this American team. And the Americans will be very glad right now that Canada decided to not participate in this Maccabiah. And that goal almost perfectly split the first half. 20 minutes down, America 1, Israel Avan 0.
Canada may be eliminated from the World Cup, but they're represented well in Herzliya.
Nathan and I have a bet going to see how many World Cup references we can get into this game.
See if we get any red cards.
Unfortunately, no presidential calls down to reverse those red calls in the Maccabiah.
If an Israeli player gets a red, does Herzog call up the... It's a
and
beautiful
Abdullah
ball that gets through.
Onto his right foot. And it's over as he throws his hands up in frustration, but nothing from the referee there. A good opportunity gone to waste.
There's a great chance. Azalai just sneaks through, just doesn't quite have the speed to put a good shot on it. Israeli defender does a nice job getting back in time to prevent the golden opportunity.
We'll see if the goal has maybe opened the game up a little bit here.
Could prompt some more aggression from this Israeli side.
Things getting a little feisty down there.
Nobody happy with that one on the American side. Hands to the back of the head for about 5 different guys.
Well, these Americans are leading 1-0 against a team of players that many of them grew up watching, crazily enough. Almost as a chance for Israel falls to Hensinski once again. Most of these Americans, many of them were born in Israel. Almost all of them speak Hebrew, and they grew up idolizing these Israeli players.
Azalai on the ball again.
Surging forward down the right flank. Takes it on!
Oh!
Idan Vidoser makes it 2-0 for the Americans.
Vidoser out of Boca Raton, Florida. He was the top scorer for his team at the Maccabiah in 2022. And here he is finding the back of the net once again.
The Americans on the sideline loved that one.
And it was Azalai. Here he is creating the chance. Finds Vidoser out wide, who just sees nothing but space out in front of him and finds it all the way across the net into the opposite corner. It's a beautiful ball to put the United States up 2-0 here in the first half.
Picked his head up, decided to put it back down and put that in the back post. What a finish. And just like that, it's 2-0 to the Americans.
After the start that they had to this game, who would have thought we'd be here? 2-0 to America. Israel was controlling early on, getting many chances. They had a few shots go wide. The Americans were struggling to get the ball even cleared, struggling to get it across the half line. But they've taken advantage of their opportunities when they've gotten them. The few that they've had have ended up for a goal. The Israeli team's a bit shell-shocked right now. Not how they expected this game to start.
Another ball in from the Israelis. Hensinski is met in the air, but it's mopped up in the back by Radzimor. Quite a confrontation there.
Definitely a foul there. Got a little bit of an arm extension right in front of the ref. It's an easy one to make.
Good crowd out here today at Herzliya Municipal Stadium on a beautiful evening.
Lots of these teams here at the Maccabiah, they're asked to play at the crack of dawn. Here for an evening game, we get a little shade. Players got to be enjoying this. Although maybe not the Israelis so far.
Maybe not. We talked a lot about that discrepancy the Israelis better in skill and technique and in anticipation. The Americans maybe the edge in stamina. But I don't know that that's been the way it's actually played out, Nathan.
It sure hasn't looked that way, Michael. It's been quite the opposite. The Americans, so we get a little bit of little action there, another whistle blows.
Handball.
The Americans, when they've had a chance to take a shot, it's ended up in the perfect placement. That's a showcase of skill. It's a testament to how technical they are in their own right.
Here's Mark Lubekin down the left side.
He's got Ben Haïm
Nice
out wide.
ball. Lovely from the Americans. And that flash was wide, but it wouldn't have counted.
It was a beautiful sequence.
Flag is up.
Ben Haïm just ends up a little bit offsides, gets a little over-eager with. You saw that space. He had a prime opportunity. Got a little too greedy there.
The Americans are in control now.
And they can feel it here as this first half moves on. Always trying to be adding to that lead, especially in a group tournament like this where goal differential is key. You're never going to take your foot off the gas. You're looking for that third goal, that fourth goal, that fifth goal even. Some contrast to earlier in the game. The United States playing a little further up, putting pressure on the defense before they get to the half line. For most of this first half, Israel was able to cross midfield very easily.
And do you think, Nathan, that America has realized that Israel may not have the speed to beat them on the counter if America gets caught out up high?
Well, it's certainly something they've taken notice of. They've realized as this game has gone on that they can take that more aggressive stance. That one gets a little too eager there, ends up back on the foot of Henshinsky.
Henshinsky's so in control back there, so calm. As you heard from Elliott before the game, the best goalie Coach Michael Fuchs has ever seen. And it's Tagaya in the corner. First bit of possession in the final third we've really seen from the Americans. Now wide to Razimor. Strong defending.
That's a great piece of defense there from the Israelis. Just planting your feet, not letting the attacker get behind you. Keep your eye on the ball and just poke it away. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do to prevent a good look on goal.
Israel's number 20, Yugal Antebi, walks off there holding his hamstring, it looks like. There's Fuchs. He has to be happy.
This is as good a start as you could have asked for. It was a little shaky to begin with, as we saw, but man, have things picked up for this American side. Maybe the Americans prefer to be a game of 4 quarters. They've certainly won the second quarter.
Can say that again. Strong challenge there in the middle from the captain, Merdukayev. No whistle. Some space here for Israel. But Sion Cohen is there for America to mop that up.
And that challenge from Cohen creates a lot of space. Tagaya is just going to kick that one.
Cohen, a former player in Israel in Liga Aleph. Played at Beersheba, played elsewhere, now plays amateur leagues in Canada. This is 4th Maccabiah.
Israel taking their time to get back to the action. The Americans will bring on
Shai Amir, number 16, on for America. Another of those Canadians, and he replaces Razimor, who got quite an ovation there as he walked off. I think we have a large Alex Razimore section right in front of us.
Who doesn't love Razzie?
Quite a nickname. You can't see it on camera, but the Razimore section just tried to start the wave.
Didn't get very far. But they're having fun with it. That's what counts.
Possession for Israel, something we've seen a lot of tonight. Not something that's led to anything tonight, but here's a ball forward. And it's fallen through, and it's a chance. And it's wide, and it's an offsides anyway.
Good to see that from Team Israel here. Focusing back in on the long ball. That's how they've created some of their looks. They haven't had success trying to penetrate the defense, so going over top is how they're going to try to create those chances.
5th out of 6 teams, this Israel side. Top 2 at the end of the group stage will play for the gold medal. Next 2 will play for the bronze. The bottom 2 for 5th place.
Neither of these teams in position for that gold medal match. The 3rd and 4th place teams in the group makes this matchup huge for the standings.
Short ball from the keeper there. And it's Segev, but it's whistled back. And we'll have a substitution for Israel. Number 12, Tal Ben Hayim coming on. 2 Tal Ben Hayims on this Israel team. One of them a defender, one of them a striker.
This would be the striker coming on.
Replacing number 17, Pili Balili, goal scorer, a 3-time goal scorer for Israel in their 7-4 loss to Israel Kachol. But he'll sit for now. America content to sit off the ball now.
Yeah, they've done their job. It comes down to how much faith they have in their defenders. And they should be feeling pretty good about themselves so far.
Tagayo wins it there. He was the goal scorer in the last game. He was the goal scorer in the game, a goal scorer in the game before. Content to sit back in the midfield so far today.
Well, the Americans would love it if their 2 goals is enough to win the game. But that's not going to stop them from trying for 3.
Well, I think we'd all love it if 2 goals were enough to win the game for the U.S. men's national team tonight. Out wide. It's another ball in, defended by Israel. Lovely touch.
Israel
there.
did a great job getting it out of the box, but not a great job controlling it.
And the shot is held by Israel's goalkeeper, Stauber.
Led to a shot from Roi Ben Haim there. And that's exactly what you can't do if you're Israel. When the Americans get that ball into the box and you get a foot on it, it's got to go the whole way. You can't just mosey around and take your time getting the ball up the field. When you're that far back on your own side, you got to focus on getting that ball away.
Calmly headed away by Merdukaya, but it runs out of bounds for an Israeli throw.
Shai Amir couldn't quite get there in time.
To the byline. And we have a whistle, I believe, for an offsides. No. We'll have a corner here for Israel. Must have gone.
Deflected out of bounds off the Americans.
Yeah.
And a good chance for Israel to cut into this deficit.
Revivo to take. And that will be going the other way.
Whistle comes before the ball even gets in there.
Merdukayev on the ground, holding his head here.
And it'll be a yellow card issued by the referee.
First card of the game. This Israel team is familiar with cards. Yossi Benayoun, possibly their most famous player, a former Liverpool player, West Ham, among a number of other teams. He saw red in their opening loss to Brazil 2-1. And he's eligible to play tonight, but I believe an injury is stopping him from taking the field. Kapelnik's pass dribbles out of bounds.
Yeah. Israel does have those 5 subs. Unfortunately, not their whole roster available.
That was a quick restart there for Israel.
As Cohen got trapped between 2 players.
Here's Tagaya down the left, head up, looking for something in the middle. Flicked on, and nobody there for America. Just a little bit behind Tion Cohen, who started the move to begin with.
And it was a great look for Tagaya, a nice touch in there. Can't find an opportunity, and it's Israel on the counterattack. Idan Vidozer now with a lot of space out in front of him. Takes a shot from the defender.
That'll be a whistle. Vidozer down on the ground now.
Both parties unhappy.
He may have taken a shot in the wrong area. Not too serious. As we said, Hanan Tagaya had an injury scare coming into this game. Roi Ben Chaim had a hamstring problem earlier in this tournament, but full strength now for the Americans.
Yeah, and full strength in the middle of the tournament is always a great sign. You want to be peaking by the end, and they're trending in that direction so far.
Not always a given in this 35-plus age group.
Not all these guys fit nicely into that bracket. We got some older players on this team, some that would even qualify for the 45-plus group that have elected to play with this younger team.
That's right.
Ben Haim.
Chance here. Cut back for Cohen. Just wide.
It's a beautiful ball, beautiful look for the Americans. Cohen will love to have that shot back. He had a clean look on goal. If it was on target, the keeper was not ready for it.
Wonderful cutback. Cohen just rifled that wide. The shirt in the mouth tells you all you need to. Oh! On the volley.
Top bins for Roi Ben Haim.
Ben Chaim takes that out of the air, off one post, off the second post, and it's 3-0 to the Americans.
We were just talking about how some of these players are old enough that they could be into the 45-plus age group. It's 47-year-old Roi Ben Haim with an incredible shot to find the back of the net and make it 3-0 for the Americans.
And against his brother, Tal, the Israeli captain. There it is again. Top ends. Class from Ben Chaim.
Couldn't ask for a better touch. Couldn't ask for a better end to this half for the Americans.
Quite a bookmark to this first half. A first half in which America has not had all the possession, but has had all the goals.
The game isn't won by possession, it's won by efficiency. It's how well can you take advantage of the chances that you get. And for the Americans, when they've gotten into position at the end, well, not quite into position here as the offsides flag will wave, when they get those looks, their shots have been beautiful, Michael.
That was special from Ben Chaim. Might top some of the highlights you're seeing out of the World Cup.
Might even make the Maccabi minute.
What an honor that would be. And there's the halftime whistle. America 3, Israel 0 at halftime. A strong first half for the Americans.
Crowd letting them hear it. They're loving what they're seeing from this American squad.
And we have Elliot Potocki down with Coach Michael Fuchs on the sideline. Elliot.
Coach, a 3-0 victory, a 3-0 lead at halftime. How does the team keep rolling in the second half?
I think we're going to have to play a little bit more possession, just try to keep the ball away from them, frustrate them, right? Make them have to run, get them tired, right? If we can keep them moving, then we'll have more counterattacks, and that's how we're going to get some easy goals going in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, take it easy, man.
Thanks, Elliot. Here are the goals for the Americans. The first one, amazing finish from Rosie Moore.
Shot comes from the right side, ends up on the left. They're doing a great job making it tough on the Israeli keeper.
Here's the second. Here's the first once again.
It's a beautiful ball all the way across the field from Shai Sharabi, and it ends up off the foot of Razi.
Here's the second goal. Puts his head down, picks his head up, puts it down, fires it into the left side netting.
Israeli defenders in the area, none can get over. And Idan Vidozer happy to take advantage.
And another one for the highlight reel.
Just a beautiful touch.
The highlight reel. And that's it for us for the first half. We'll see you back here in just a few moments.
Please welcome the largest delegation outside of Israel, with approximately 900 athletes, 76 teams competing across 25 different sports. Give it up for my home team, USA! Bring it up!
An experience I'll never forget. It was incredible. It's always good to be here in Israel, and to be with Team USA is amazing. And I wasn't even sure, I didn't know, this was a surprise to me that I would be a flag bearer, but it's a great feeling just to be part of the team. And I would say the best is my teammates are with me. Amazing. Israel's the best. I think the atmosphere, the feeling of the athletes, the connection to Israel, it's different in Israel. Everyone's very connected, so it just feels like home. Well, I think there's a difference between how we think things will be and how they are in actual reality. I work as a psychotherapist, so I deal with that all the time. But I would say much better than my imagination.
Here at Kfar HaMaccabiah and Ramat Gan, several United States tennis players are getting their journeys underway. Michaela Schachter is getting started on court 2 in her first match of her 2026 Maccabiah.
I'm really happy with how I played. I've been playing since I was 5 years old. My dad is my coach, and he's just taught me everything I know. We practice together every day, and we play together, and it's just super fun.
Couple of bagels for Michaela Schachter this morning, 6-0, 6-0. She takes her first match of the 2026 Maccabiah. She's got opening ceremonies tonight and then some more matches throughout the week as she looks to continue her journey here at Kfar HaMaccabiah in Ramat Gan. For Maccabi Media, I'm Will Hopkins.
I'm here at the Maccabiah Expo for the 2026 Maccabiah here in Tel Aviv, and this is a place with all sorts of fun sights and sounds, so let's take a look around. Our first stop here is the lawn outside, where we've got all sorts of fun mini games. We got soccer over here to my right. We got basketball behind me. We got even axe throwing over there. So let's try our luck and see how we do. All right, let's try it. It is hot out here, and all that activity outside calls for some food and drinks, and in this case, some ice cream. Perfect for a hot day like this. Let's head on inside. And inside, with the lovely air conditioning, people get to learn about the latest in sports technology here at the Sports Innovation Expo. And we do have some official Maccabiah competitions happening as well here at the Expo. USA's 3-on-3 boys basketball is playing a match right behind them. That's what's here at the Maccabiah Tel Aviv Expo. For Maccabi Media, I'm Ari Wall saying so long.
No, don't do like this.
It's a gift, it's a surprise, and that makes it like harder to believe, but also feels so much better.
Thank you, Hashem.
Thank you, Hashem. Yo, did you guys pray? I went like this.
I feel accomplished, and I can't wait to get another one in the 4x4 tomorrow.
This is representing Team USA, so this is representing millions and millions of people. So for Team USA, this was for you.
Welcome back to Herzliya Municipal Stadium as we approach the beginning of the second half. The USA leads Israel 3-0 as night has fallen here in Herzliya.
That third goal was a beautiful third goal from Roi Ben Hayim. Found top bins off a long ball into the box. It's been nonstop pressure. We'd like to thank JBS, America's Jewish Television Network, and the official television partner of Maccabi USA. This competition is being recorded for broadcast on JBS, where family, friends, and supporters across North America can tune in to watch highlights on television.
And Elliot Pataki is down on the sideline for something on this American team.
Finding enough American players was a struggle for the U.S., so the team had to turn to other athletes from other countries. This USA team has one of the most diverse teams in the Maccabiah, with players born in 6 different countries. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks, Elliot. Some of those countries, Canada, Israel, of course, America, of course, also Uzbekistan, Moldova. Am I missing any, Nathan?
Well, we've got a couple players with ties to other countries as well. We have a player whose parents are from Ethiopia. We have a player who grew up in South Africa.
I know some of them.
It's a very international group, very diverse group, and the chemistry has been great so far. They're really playing together, and the result has been that 3-0 lead.
Well, we said America needed 3 points from this game. America looks in great position to get those 3 points, but 40 minutes of soccer coming up here where they'll need to hold on to that lead and maybe even put a few more in, with goal differential being such an important stat for teams hoping to make the gold medal game.
And if there's one thing these guys should be thinking, is that the job's not finished. Nothing's done until you hear the final whistle. You can't let your foot off the gas.
Can't argue with that.
Players look to be set, awaiting final approval from the referee to get this second half underway.
We'll see how much Coach Fuchs focuses on. And there's an interesting start from the Americans. I don't know that I've seen that one before, Nathan. Of course,
a little bit of taunting, maybe.
I'm not sure. Well,
what's the move there?
Well, the PSG kickoff has become quite popular in global soccer, where from the kickoff you kick it out of bounds far down the field. But I don't know that I've seen a pass of that nature to an opponent standing right there.
Yeah, with the PSG kickoff, you get a little bit of a tactical advantage. I'm not sure what the advantage is of giving up possession immediately.
It's tough to argue, though, when a team leads 3-0 at halftime. So maybe we'll find out someday.
Maybe we'll call that the Michael Fuchs kickoff someday.
I'm sure he would like that.
I don't know if he would. Giving it away?
Humble guy.
Maybe you just take having a move named after yourself.
Israel in possession again. And it falls to Tagaya. A nice bit of skill there to open it up.
Tagaya has been showing off a little bit so far today.
No sign of that potential injury that we had talked about coming in here.
He's moving very well.
Here's a chance. Half turn. Saved by the Israeli keeper.
Razi with a nice setup inside to Azalai. Israel right there to make the save.
Didn't quite catch it right, but another opportunity for the Americans to kick off the second half.
Picking up right where they left off, putting pressure on the Israeli defense.
Israel moving it around.
It's a nice looking possession.
Ball through, and it falls for Hensinski. You can see, Nathan, 5 straight across the back for America now with a 3-goal lead.
That's that strong defensive line that Coach Fuchs was talking about. We saw them get burned out wide against Israel Cajol. We saw them get burned up the middle against Argentina. So what's the solution? Send more guys back there. Plug up the holes. Make sure there's no open space for the opposition to get through.
Certainly worked so far. America has conceded once in its last 2 games and clean through a half here. Ben Chaim looking forward, but it's picked up by his brother, Tal Ben Chaim, who sends Israel forward. Chance here for the Israelis.
2 on 3.
It's a ball forward, and it just gets away from Tal Ben Chaim, the other Tal Ben Chaim there for Israel. A chance they really could have capitalized on.
Ben Haim looks downfield, creates an opportunity, finds Ben Haim. Is exactly what the Israelis are looking for, but they can't convert.
I think it was Ben Chaim to Ben Chaim to Ben Chaim there. Brother to brother to name doppelganger. I don't know if that's proper.
Got to be related somehow.
And the referee is surrounded by players here on that challenge by Ben Chaim.
Israel is unhappy, to say the least.
There it is again. It's a good shot, but hard to tell whether it was leg or ball that came first.
Don't quite have the angle to make the determination, but the referee maybe did.
Some pleading going on down there. Some explaining. Everything.
It's quite the crowd around the referee here.
And still, they discuss.
It's been a fiery exchange. Not sure if anything will come of it.
Doesn't seem to be a card coming out, but a good opportunity for Israel regardless. Ideal free kick distance.
Just ask Malik Tillman.
Might be David Revivo to take for the Israelis. Well, maybe we'll have a chance to see Henshinsky in action here. The former Canadian national goalkeeper hasn't had much to do. Had one important intervention in the first half, but hasn't had much to do otherwise. Maybe we'll see some of that old MLS professional flair.
He had a couple key moments early on, been largely uninvolved since. Imagine he's happy with that. But it won't stay that way if the Israelis have anything to say about it.
Here's Revivo. Henshinsky extends, but it's wide by about a foot. And all of that commotion for nothing. Here it is again.
The shot goes wide left. Looked like Henshinsky had the net covered. It's either going to be a diving save or a goal kick. And we end with the latter.
There's a push in the back. Referee waves it off. And America content to sit behind the ball here. 20 yards behind the ball. No sign of pressure from the Americans. You wonder if Coach Fuchs has called them off.
That's the luxury of scoring 3 first-half goals. It's a little bit dangerous.
Indeed. Rabinovich put Henshinsky in a bit of a pickle there, but dealt with it well. And Israel will come again. Maybe not. Sharabi can't get out of that. Options for Israel. Still going. And it's taken away by Rabinovich, but not for long.
This game's gotten physical quickly. Lots of arms, lots of reaching into each other.
And Henshinsky through the crowd there.
Makes a leaping
to claim
grab,
it.
showing off a bit of the athleticism.
Confident. He might not have all the athletic prowess of his Maccabi Tel Aviv title-winning days, but Henshinsky, one thing you don't lose as a goalkeeper is anticipation, reading the game, and we saw it right there.
The Americans looking to create here.
Here's the chance for
Azulai.
Can't get there. And this game between America and Israel is brought to you by the Barth family of New York City, proud supporters of Maccabi USA and the Maccabi Media Program. That ball is dealt with by Yidan Vidoser, and America regains possession.
You always have a little bit of fear in those one-on-one situations. It's Vidoser back with an Israeli attacker, high pressure touch, and he calmly collects and gets the possession back for the United States.
Good strength from Azulai, and it is back to Henshinsky. Confident with his feet, but that one got away from him a little bit.
Lots of space here.
Transfer Israel. Played forward. Ping-ponging around, and it is cleared away for America by David Razimor.
But it's going to go out for an Israeli corner.
Nervous moment there for America.
They did a good job avoiding the danger. You'd love to see that ball get a little more forward, a little further away from the back line. He just took what he can.
Another scrappy situation. And nobody from Israel there to mop that up. Here it is again. Flicked away by Tagaya, and it'll be another Israeli corner. Sustained possession here for the Israelis, and some testy moments for America.
This was such a good opportunity for Israel. They get the ball over all the defenders, but nobody's home.
Frustration there, apparent. To the back post, and Henshinsky comes all the way. A strong fist.
A diving punch. And the Americans will clear it away.
Merdukayev is down inside the 6 there.
This game between the United States and Israel is brought to you by Aaron, Jason, Elisa, and Howard Hook. I'm Yisrael Chai.
Merdukayev seems to be all right, we hope. Here's the play. Strong punch by Henshinsky.
Henshinsky came flying in, but what we're looking at comes a little bit after.
Maybe he caught Merdukayev on the way through.
Whatever it may be, it was a nice play from Henshinsky to avoid the danger, get the ball clear.
Henshinsky's been really strong in the air, coming for balls, commanding the area.
These Israeli players, if they get their head on the ball, it's liable to end up in the back of the net. That's what Henshinsky is worried about and why he's been so aggressive in trying to get those balls clear before they get anywhere near this goal.
Here's Shai Sharabi. Nice ball there for Tzion Cohen down the right side. Azulai down in the middle. And Cohen will cut it back. Now it's Razimor. And down goes Azulai. And it will be going the other way. A goal kick.
Azulai ended up on the ground a couple times during that sequence. Unfortunately, the effort is for naught. Gets tied up with the defender there.
That ball from Shai Sharabi down the right side. A little outside of the boot.
He's onside here.
And
but Henchinsky is waiting to turn it away.
Confidence there from Henchinsky. Maybe a Jordan Pickford reference, the England goalkeeper. Stood on his head last night. Also one to come wandering outside of his area occasionally. Possession has not been wanting for Israel, but it's the final ball that these aging superstars have not been able to muster.
And if there's one thing that they'll remember about how this game has been so far, it's missed opportunities. Israel has been in the United States box many times so far today, haven't been able to put one in.
As Merdukayev mops that one up. Here's Israel, another opportunity, held by Henchinsky.
That was a beautiful run. Good look, but Henchinsky is a brick wall back there.
Here's Vidoser on the right side. Will it stay in? Oh, collision. AR is down. And some heated words between opponents.
It's like Vidoser got nudged into the referee, took a hard fall, and then got into it with the Israeli player. And here comes Shai Sharabi. We got to be careful now.
Ugly moment.
Both these teams have games remaining. You don't want to see anything like this turn ugly.
You saw it right there, just shoulder to shoulder, but a little bit more in that than maybe was called for.
Got a headbutt in there, which sparked some of the back and forth, and some of the other players running in there and getting involved.
And I think we're just checking on the assistant down the sideline there to make sure everything's okay. Coach is off the bench, conferring.
As the referee has issued a yellow card.
Michael Fuchs is all the way down.
Vidoser.
His sideline as well. But after the yellow card, a few words. Seems that things are cooling down over here. Maybe just another check on the AR down the sideline.
We said it earlier in the half. Things are getting physical. Israel fell behind early, down 3 goals after just one half. We get another look here at what went down.
The arm definitely extends there. That's a Ravid Ghazal for Israel.
Vidoser took exception to that push. Sparked a bit of a team-wide conflict. It looks to be resolved for now.
Well, we're all okay here in Herzliya. And we play on. 15 minutes into the second half. America keeping its 3-0 lead over Israel. But tensions flaring a little bit there.
Lots of space out left if he wants it. He goes back inside instead.
Here's Lebetnik to Razimor. Time, space.
Razimor loves to penetrate inside once he gets the ball and make things happen. He makes his runs out to in, looking to create opportunities, get defenders out of their spots, and pick apart this Israeli team. And it's worked a couple times today.
It just seems like this Israeli team is losing some steam a little bit, falling off the pace.
Certainly a lot of frustration for how this has gone. We saw it a moment ago.
And a sub here for the Americans. Number 24, Boris Kapelnik, off for America at left back. And coming on is Ohad Azran. his favorite Israeli food, falafel.
So we say goodbye to our resident Dr. Kapelnik for the time being.
Chance for Israel. Held up well. And Vidoser is down to snuff out that opportunity. And America wants to, no, America does not want to go here.
Poor touch
Lost.
from Sharabi.
Down the right side. Played back to the back post. And it floats over the head of the Israeli attacker. A decent chance there for Israel.
It was a great idea. They had everything lined up the way they wanted to. The ball just gets played a little bit too far in front, not giving their man a chance. That's one they're going to want back.
There is some of our crowd. And here's the chance again.
This chance just kind of fell into place. It was a misplayed ball from Sharabi that allowed Israel to gain possession deep into American territory. They take advantage with the run off the outside, long ball in, but can't quite get it in a place where they can get a shot on goal.
A lot down the wings for Israel. A lot of balls from the middle, played over top, but you wonder if maybe the stamina that we've talked about lacking for Israel is stopping them from getting in some of the more dangerous areas.
Well, when we've seen it from the Americans, it's been off a run for the most part. It's been somebody breaking through the defense, taking off on their legs. That hasn't been the case for Israel.
And
it's a nice bit of passing here.
Just too far for Azulai. A decent opportunity.
He had a man out wide left that maybe would have been in a better spot for that shot. Instead, opts to play it through inside. Doesn't turn out to be the right call.
Here is Tal Ben Chaim, the former Israeli captain, former Chelsea player, and a nice ball out wide. Let's see what he can do with it. Little scissor. Wormed its way through that ball, and it will be an Israeli corner. Coming strong, the Israelis.
And it looked like Henshinsky was there to take the ball, and it got played out of bounds by his own defender. Was it unnecessary touch, and it's going to lead to a chance for Israel here. Corner kick incoming. Henshinsky gets his defense organized. And they play it short.
It's going to happen for Israel. It has to be soon. Down to the end line. And that floats over the goal.
Yet again, another ball in, gets played wide. Israelis have been surgical with their attack at different parts of the field, but that part hasn't been the final third. Once they get to the final destination, they haven't been able to put it through. They haven't been able to get their looks anywhere near the target. They haven't been able to find their guys in the open space. It's everything but the finish for Israel.
And with only a 5-man bench, playing from behind never was going to favor Israel tonight. It's a tough spot to be in for Israel Levon. Sharabi onto Lebetkin, looking for options. Hand up on the back post. He's cut it back. And a wall of blue turns that away, and Israel can break now.
Israel has numbers here.
Chance.
It's a 3-on-2.
Play down the right side.
Off and running.
Cut back to the top of the box, and a poor touch. Still on, though. Headed away by Merdukayev.
Israel had everything that they wanted here. This worked out so nicely off the turnover on the other end. They come with a head of steam. They have numbers. But when the ball gets into the box, they just can't get a right foot on it. It's bobbled around. It cost them the touch that they needed, and it cost them the shot.
There it was, right at the top there. Tal Ben Chaim, the striker, Tal Ben Chaim. He had it at the top of the box. He had space, but his first touch just let him down. And America's Oren Segev from Florida will walk off here. Took a bit of a shot on that play.
Segev, one of the older players on the team, 46 years old.
One of that group of 5 or so over 45 players that stayed in the lower age group. Here's the corner.
Henczynski's on the ground.
Headed off the bar. A chance there for Israel as Henczynski went down.
He's
no
still
whistle.
not up.
He's still down. It was a decent ball to the back post.
By the time the ball gets in there, Henczynski's on the ground. The goal's wide open. Another prime opportunity for Israel. And yet again, they can't take advantage.
That was Amir Turjaman, the goal scorer once, twice, 3 times in Israel's 3-0 win over the third Israel team the other day. He leads Israel with 4 goals in this tournament, but he needed that header to be a foot lower.
So the athletic training staff is going to come get a look at Henczynski. Make sure he's all right.
Henczynski looks okay. $15 minutes to go. If you're Coach Fuchs, Nathan, what are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking we have this game under control, but let's go get another goal. I always say, stay aggressive. I'm always looking for more. You want to run up the score, show no mercy, and here they come.
There was space before Razimor down the sideline there, but the pass was a little bit too narrow for him. And he gives away possession. Well, we knew this was a game that America needed to win. Here's Israel. Down to the end line, cuts it back across, and it will be another corner for Israel.
We're back here yet again. Do they have it in them?
Elliot Patatsky is down on the sideline with some news for us.
Yeah, guys, I just spoke on the sideline with defensive midfielder Oren Segev for the United States, and he told me that he will be out for the game with a hamstring injury. So once again, USA defensive midfielder Oren Segev out with a hamstring injury. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Elliot.
Hate to see a player go down with injury, especially this late in the game that's gone so well for them.
And a chance there for Israel. And it fell very nicely for Tal Ben Chaim, but he rifles it over the goal. Yeah, Oren Segev going down.
And this is everything you could ever ask for Israel. The ball just lands in front of your player in the penalty box. You get a good look on goal. A little bit of chaos. That's what you want when you're the attacking team. The defense doesn't have a chance to get the ball out, and you still can't find it. Got to be adding to the frustration for this Israel team.
And if you're America, you're not too concerned. I think it might be safe to say at this point about, and as here is Shai Sharabi down the right sideline.
There's Cohen.
Flicked on and cleared, but not that well. Sharabi again. Ben Chaim forward for Israel.
He's onside, he's got to look.
Cuts it back onto the right foot. Blocked by Vidoser. Stood him up. And they'll fight to the byline there.
That's the kind of one-on-one look that you're always looking for as an attacker.
America
He just can't find the open space. He puts a move on the defender.
America's strength winning out again. But back to what we were saying about Segev, you're not too concerned in the context of this game, but if you're America, you have one more group stage game against Brazil on Wednesday, and hopefully a gold medal finally, certainly most likely a bronze medal match if not. It's tough blow for the Americans to have Segev potentially injured.
Not necessarily worried about the outcome of this game, but you always want to be full strength as you head into those all-important final matches.
Another American change here. Tagaya back on for Lubetkin. Lubetkin is spent, but a good shift by the 6. Cleared away.
Yeah, played that to the wrong spot of the field, just had to clear it out and give possession back to Israel there. Lots of space out wide left. Israel will take advantage and enter the opposing half.
Space in behind. And it just gets away from Israel there. Once again, a common theme today.
Ben Haim will get things started for the Americans. Successful job getting out of their territory.
And offsides flag is up on Sharabi. Thought he had space.
The line judge was on that one immediately. Saw it the whole way. Flag came up right even before he got the ball.
Israel's looked dangerous. All half.
You can feel the desperation here.
And it really is desperation for Israel.
10 minutes remain. You trail by 3 goals. It's where you just got to go all out. You got to attack with as much force as possible.
Especially when you're 5th in the group coming into the game. 4 points out of a gold medal game, potentially. It's all right here for Israel.
Everybody looks to be all right after this collision. Israel will get play started again.
Well, there were times in the last year when American coach Michael Fuchs didn't think he'd have a team. He said he went through 4 iterations of this team. 4 times he thought he had a full team. Got scuppered. Found a team again, only for it to fall apart. But he has a team here in Israel. It's taking care of business here today. And this game is brought to you by Ken and Linda Morton, proud supporters of Maccabi Media. And a chance here for Israel down the left side. Cut back. Just not enough on that from Ben Chaim. And another Israeli chance falls to waste.
And here come the Americans on the counterattack. Shai Sharabi with the ball at the center of the field. Sion Cohen struggling to stay on side.
Flag up.
And they'll get it on the other side of the field.
It's been played this half almost entirely in America's defensive third. But that formation that we talked about, that Coach Fuchs switched to, another offsides flag for the Americans. That formation that we talked about, that 3-5-2, that's why Coach Fuchs likes it so much, has found that he liked it so much, because it lets his wide players get into attacking positions, and those have been the guys that have scored. And then in a situation like this, you can get 5 across the back. Makes it really difficult for teams to find any space and chances. And is picked up by the Americans. Azulai going forward. Space on the left for Tagaya. Chooses to go left. Cuts it back. Chance. Shot. And a good save by Israeli keepers Stauber. That fell real nicely for Zion Cohen.
It was a beautiful sequence. You get Cohen involved. You get Tagaya involved. Ball gets all the way across the field, back and forth, setting up a nice looking shot, but an even better looking save to deny an opportunity to extend this lead to 4. Maccabi Media's next broadcast is brought to you by Campus Apartments. Campus Apartments, offering students a higher standard of living.
The Alex Razumor section applauding his sub onto the field. Razumor and Boris Kapelnik both came on there for the Americans, who have a corner. Taken short, cut back by Tagaya. And the offside flag, which has plagued the Americans this half, is up once again. Israel, quick restart.
And that one was called on Sharabi, who took the corner. Didn't get back onside quick enough to become an option for his team.
Making a run in behind.
He's onside.
Dealt with by Vidoser.
They jockey for position.
Well won by the Americans. And a goalkeeper change for America. Here. David Bramzon coming on for Tomer Hanchinski. Bramzon was going to be the American keeper. He's a strong option with Maccabi history. Met his wife at the Maccabiah. Competed in the half marathon in 2017 and 2022. Along comes Hanchinski, tough to top, a Canadian national team player. But everybody on the American sideline very happy to see Bramzon getting a few minutes here late in this game.
In a game like this, it's good to see some of those guys deeper on the bench get some looks. Here's Tagaya with a lot of space.
Strong left foot is palmed away by the keeper. Tagaya's frames, long legs, launch that one. Vidoser lost it.
The Americans all over this Israeli defense right now. They're all clumped in the middle. Lots of space out wide if they elect to use it. This one gets misplayed a little bit too far out in front. It'll end up with a goal kick.
Well, there's one more game for each of these teams in the group stage, the last of 5. Both on Wednesday. The Americans will take on Brazil. 4th place Brazil coming into today on 3 points. And the Israeli team will take on Argentina, which on 7 points leads America by 3 points in that crucial second spot in the gold medal game. So America, it might have been a bit of a fractious game out here today, but you might see the Americans ask these Israeli players to do them a favor as they walk off the field tonight.
Brazil's a tough out. They took down this Israel squad.
Maybe a chance. Sorry.
There was another look there, got denied by Branzone.
Nice to see him get a touch.
Not a whole lot of movement going on here as we get to the final minutes.
We've seen lots of substitutions on this American side. Definitely nice, as here comes Ben Chaim down the right side. Cuts it back onto his left foot, and it's out for a corner. Good work by Ben Chaim there. Might have had a chance to shoot, but just got a little bit away from him.
A crafty move from the 47-year-old to cut it back inside, take advantage of some of that space, and win the United States a corner.
It was really on for him there. Touch had been a little softer. Sharabi content to take his time on this corner.
Time is on the side of the Americans. In no rush to return to action. In a rush to get the shot off, though, it'll end up in the
The guy was offside. And we tick into the last minute and a half here. This is a tournament, a journey that started in September 2024 for Fuchs.
Coach Fuchs had 4 iterations of this squad, lost players time and time again. There were times he didn't think they'd be here. And here they are with a 3-0 lead on Israeli legends.
Bremzone. Doesn't seem like anybody from Israel is in pursuit. Oh. Flag of Israel might be blue and white, but I think the Israeli team is waving just a white flag right now. Here comes America. Maybe one more goal in this game. Flip forward. Chance for Israel. And it is cleared off the line. First it was Kapelnik sticking a foot in there, and then it was Razimor on the goal line flicking it away. The former forward converted to a defender by Michael Fuchs.
Razimor has been everywhere this game. That falling over clear puts a stamp on an incredible performance from him. He scored a goal earlier.
And there's the final whistle. America 3, Israel Avon 0. A crucial win for the Americans. There's Alex Razimor. He opened the scoring with a beautiful finish. Only to be topped by Roei Ben Chaim with a ridiculous volley on the back post.
It was an American onslaught in the first half, putting in 3 goals in short fashion. In the second half, another story. No goals scored in the final 40 minutes. Well, the United States are just fine with that. They'll pick up 3 more points in the group stage.
We'll wait on the results of the Argentina match, of course, but America will hope that they may have moved a bit closer to that crucial spot.
With 1 game to go, the United States squarely in the mix for that gold medal match.
Henchinsky. And here is Razimor, our opening goal scorer, with Elliot Patatsky.
Definitely gave us the confidence to play against legendary players like we just witnessed all of them. We've been watching them playing throughout our childhood. When I was a teenager, that was an honor to do that. So I feel very good about that. And I feel like the confidence for the team was, we felt like, yes, it's possible to score against ex-professional players, and we needed that win. Goal difference was also huge for us, so that goal gave us good motivation to score more and more, as you guys saw.
The team is now 2-1-1, so 7 points. How are you going to keep things going, and what do you have your sights set on for the rest of this tournament?
it feels like we are in full control. It's about, I feel like it will end up being about goal differences. So we're going to go against Brazil all out, composed, and we're going to get that W.
Awesome. Alex, congratulations on the win. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Elliot.
Yep.
Well, tonight's player, the Alex Razumore fan section is in full force once again. Nathan, dominant scoreline. What are your final thoughts on the game today?
Michael, I'm incredibly impressed by this American side. They're coming off a draw. They needed a bit of a miracle. It was a goal with the final 30 seconds from Tagaya yesterday just to equalize against Argentina. But today it was all the United States. It was all red, white, and blue. 3 goals in the first half. They got off to a bit of a shaky start, but as soon as that first one went in, it was all the United States. They never really felt like they were in danger, and that's exactly what you want to see as they march toward what they believe is a gold medal showing.
Well, the eyes of the world might be on the American national team in Seattle, Christian Pulisic, Flo Balogun, Malik Tillman, but in Israel, in the Maccabiah, it was Alex Razumore, it was Roei Ben Chaim, it was the whole cast of Americans out here.
And I dare Flo Balogun to score a goal more beautiful than Roei Ben Chaim's.
Thanks to our production crew, from Elliot Patotsky, Nathan Schreiberg, and Michael Lieberman up here. Thanks. We'll see you another time.